Welcome to Cosmic Embodiment. Today we are going to be talking about Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury is a personal planet and one of the fastest moving planets, which means it transits Aquarius every year. And being a personal planet, we feel its influence more intimately, especially through our mind and nervous system. Because Mercury governs the way we process information, the way we communicate, and the way our thoughts move through us. At the time that I'm recording this, Mercury entered Aquarius yesterday. It hasn't even been 24 hours in the sign, and I feel the shift. Mercury moving from Capricorn to Aquarius is significantly different. It goes from this ambitious and steady earth sign to this electric air sign. It can almost feel like an abrupt breakthrough moment, or that feeling when your mind is buzzing with 1,000 brilliant ideas, and yet you feel overstimulated, like your thoughts are moving faster than your body can integrate. This is a very real expression of Mercury in Aquarius. And even if you don't track astrology, maybe you have lived this experience. When you feel inspired and you have all these ideas, but you just can't seem to put the pieces together because the ideas just keep coming, keep surging. It's like when you can see everything, all the potential, but it literally feels uncomfortable to sit down and begin to process them because you're buzzing with ideas and excitement and energy. So in this episode, I'm going to share what Mercury in Aquarius actually activates in your psychology and nervous system, why mental electricity is a power source, and how to channel this energy into creation and contribution without frying your system. So let's get into it. Mercury is the planet of your mind. It rules the way you speak and communicate, your mental processing, your learning style, your ideas, the language you use, and how your mind tends to think. Aquarius is the archetype of innovation, vision, future thinking, community consciousness and collective empowerment, and pattern recognition. So when Mercury moves into Aquarius, the mind becomes like a satellite dish. You're receiving information from etheric fields. You're seeing connections and thinking 10 steps ahead and noticing the systems underneath of the systems. And this can be an insanely potent transit for articulating big ideas, upgrading systems, communicating with the collective, redefining mental resonance, and building something that can reach the people that you vibe with. Mercury in Aquarius is brilliant. It thrives in an air sign. But it's also intense because the mind doesn't just become visionary, it can become hyperactive. As brilliant as it can be, here is what can happen under Mercury in Aquarius. You can start to receive so many pings of inspiration, and suddenly your energy gets pulled into 20 directions. You want to redesign your house, rewrite your entire program, create content, open a new offer, start a podcast, study something new, DIY your basement, change your whole schedule. I literally had all those ideas before noon. And it's not that these ideas aren't good. They might be amazing. They probably are. But Aquarius expands the field so widely that everything feels possible at once. And when everything's possible, nothing becomes actual until we act upon an idea. This is one of the most important things to understand. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates ideas and possibility. It doesn't always channel to completion. So you may notice mental stimulation without resolution, high inspiration without grounded direction, fast ideation without integration. And then what happens? You can feel scattered, anxious, like you're behind, like you can't land. But this isn't a motivation issue, it's an energy channeling issue. So this is where I want to give you the reframe. The buzzing mind isn't inherently a problem. It's not something you need to suppress, it's something you need to channel. Because Mercury in Aquarius is electrically charged. It's fast, intelligent, powerful, maybe unpredictable, but connective. And electricity is not meant to be held inside the head. It needs a circuit. It needs a pathway, a container, a grounded system to move through our body. So when you're feeling mentally charged, ask yourself, where is this energy meant to go? Not what's wrong with me, not how do I calm down, but where is this current meant to flow? Because if it doesn't have a channel, it can become overstimulation, even leading to like insomnia, obsessive thinking or anxiety patterns, restlessness in the body, or an inability to sit still. This is the Aquarian lesson. You are not here to hold the electricity. You are a conductor of it. And I want to name something that I think is really special and important, because Aquarius is often seen as this mental and cerebral and sometimes detached energy. But in the body, Aquarius connects to circulation, energy currents, and vitality. And this is where I love reflecting on relationship between the signs, between Aquarius and Leo. Leo sits opposite of Aquarius, and whenever I need support, I always find that there's medicine from looking to the opposing sign. Leo is the heart. It's vitality, warmth, embodied confidence, and radiance. And Aquarius is circulation. It's the network, the field, the current, the movement of energy through the collective. And I believe one of the teachings of Mercury in Aquarius is innovation without heart becomes chaotic. But innovation guided by heart becomes contribution. The question becomes, which ideas are aligned with your heart? Which ideas want to become real? Maybe not all of them, but the ones that feel resonant in the heart, through the body. So what can you do with this transit? Here are 3 practices that are simple, timeless, powerful, regardless if it's Mercury in Aquarius or you just have that electrical buzz in the mind. Number 1, externalize the signal. This is big. Mercury in Aquarius will overload your mind if you try and hold the vision internally. So you have to externalize it. This can look like brain dump journaling, voice notes, messy note pages, bullet lists, mind maps, whatever, to get it out. Be mindful of trying to organize it perfectly. Just pull the current out of your head. And if your current draws you to creating structure around one of those ideas, you can follow it. That is part of the actualization of Aquarius, is giving the idea structure. But if you are buzzing with ideas, let it be messy and get it all out. Number 2, create a container. Mercury in Aquarius thrives with structure because with too much openness, the mind can become scattered. Aquarius is paradoxical. It's a sign of systems and disruption of those systems. Even breakthrough ideas need structure. Disruptions stay disruptions and eventually become chaos unless you guide it through a channel. A container might be, I'm going to focus on one project today, or I'm going to work on one idea for a 45-minute block, then stop. Mercury in Aquarius wants the big vision to become real, but embodiment requires boundaries so that ideas can take form. Number 3, give the energy an output. This is one of the biggest ones because ideas need an output or they become anxiety. Mercury in Aquarius is not here just to inspire you. It's here to help you communicate and build and create and connect. So ask, what is one thing I can say today? One thing I can create today? One thing I can complete today? Completion is grounding. And maybe it's not the entirety of the system or the full expression of the idea, but it's a step. Actualization does not mean completion. And Aquarius is an evolutionary sign. It builds over time. So let one step be enough. Now, in case you didn't know, I translate astrology through the body. And so when my mind was buzzing, I was like, I need to get in my body. I know that it is this Mercury in Aquarius energy. And usually I'm intentional about how to move my body based on the astrology. But I am human and it doesn't always work out like that. And this Mercury in Aquarius energy was strong for me. And I was like, okay, I gotta move. I'll just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. For an hour, I did all kinds of movement, weights, sitting up, laying down, flow, structure, pause. I was all over the place. And I knew I was scattered, but I decided to just go with it. But by the end of the hour, I was tired and my mind was still unsettled. And sometimes that's how life is. There's a subconscious part of us that wants to Sometimes that's how life is. There's a subconscious part of us that knows what we actually need to do, but we resist and do whatever the mind wants. And my mind did not want to ground. It wanted to move from idea to idea. And that was translating through my body. No container, no tether. So even after movement, I felt ungrounded. But we learn from these lessons where things don't turn out the way that we anticipate or hope. And this was a lesson in remembering that what I actually need is sometimes not what my mind wants to do. And especially if my mind is buzzing and jumping from idea to idea, I need to channel the circuit through the body with structure and flow. And this can be applied whether Mercury is transiting Aquarius or you're just feeling mentally stimulated and you have an abundance of brilliant ideas and not actualizing them. In order to embody the brilliance that you have up here, you need a channel for the current. So I created a short somatic practice called the circuit method to support Mercury in Aquarius energy. It is a simple nervous system and elemental flow designed to move mental electricity out of the head, ground it through the body, and bring you back into clarity. I will link it in the show notes so you can practice it anytime that you're just feeling that buzzing, scattered, high air activation. But here is your takeaway. Mercury in Aquarius is not here to overwhelm you. It is here to awaken your genius. But your genius needs a channel. And when you ground the current, your inspiration becomes contribution. If this episode supported you, send it to a friend and share it, leave a comment. I'm so grateful that you are here, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Thank you so much.